George Harrison was sued by the publishers of the song He's So Fine. They claimed that he had unintentionally copied their melody. Now in this video, I want to break down a standout tune from George Harrison's incredible album, All Things Must Pass. Now one other side note about this song is the opening progression. George Harrison has said it was also inspired by a song called Oh Happy Day by the Edwin Hawkins Singers, which didn't end up in a lawsuit, but the opening progression is the same chord progression. It sounds like this. So we've got two chords here, an F sharp minor, which is a bar chord on the 2nd fret, 2, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2. And then we go to a B chord, but George keeps that F sharp in the bass. So it ends up being 2, 2, 4, 4, 4. It's a real strong sounding bar chord there. And you also get this consistency from F sharp minor to B over F sharp because you got, that F sharp in common there. Now rhythmically we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're changing to that B over F sharp on the and of 4, so it's syncopated. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So if I did an alternating pattern here, I would go down, 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 up, and on that last up, it would be on that B over F sharp chord. Then we go 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and that's up, down, down, up. So it sort of rings over there. You go 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and all together. Down, 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 up, up, down, up. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and. So that's the strumming pattern and the first opening chord progression. Now, if you've struggled to understand rhythm and lead anywhere on the fretboard, then go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide and get your hands on my free fretboard guide PDF. On this one-page resource, I'm going to show you 5 chords and 5 scales to map out the neck, and you'll see a lot of these shapes that I'm mentioning in this video on this PDF as well. So go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide and grab that now as my gift to you. So that's the opening progression, and it goes 4 times. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and second time, third time, last time, then we go. All right, so essentially that strumming pattern is just gonna keep going through the entire song. That's what I would use as your pattern, just the down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Now we've got 2 new chords here. Go to an E, which is all 6 strings, open, 2, 2, 1, open, open. And then we syncopate, that chord change to the C sharp minor chord, this bar chord at the 4th position. So playing from the 5th string down, 4, 6, 6, 5, 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and E, C sharp minor. Then we got this cool move. Love that part. Okay, so this is one new chord here. We come off the E on the 3rd time and we go to an F diminished 7. Which is from the 4th string down, 3, 4, 3, 4. And you just kind of put your fingers, the fingers go 1, 3, 2, 4. And I'm muting the other strings. And this chord, John Lennon said diminished chords were his favorite chord. He used these, you hear these in the Beatles music all the time. And then that kind of segues. What it does is it creates a chromatic movement, E, F. This is like, we go from the E to the F diminished up to the F sharp minor. So that means, you're just walking up there. And then we go back to that first progression. So backing up. 2 times, then go on. diminished, F sharp minor. All right, then we go into the vocal where George Harrison sings, "My sweet Lord." And we do the same exact thing, but this time we do the first progression just 3 times. And then, really wanna see you. Okay, so what you're gonna find as you go through this song is there's just a couple sections. However, you have to listen for, like when he goes, "I really wanna see you," and you go to kind of the major chord, you go to the next part, because he's not consistent with how many times he plays it each time. Like the intro was 4 times, but then when he goes to the next part, it's 3 times. And, so you have to be able to train your ear to kind of listen for the melody and then follow the song. This song is almost like a mantra where you're just kind of like repeating this thing over, and then you go to the next part and so you have to be able to develop those skills to not be, so worried about, I mean, sure, if you want to go and memorize, okay, it's 4 times and then 3 times and then, but what might happen live is he might change it, right? You go and play along with a YouTube video. And so this is where you need to develop your ear, and I have a lot of specific things I teach students for how to do that, but that's beyond the scope of this video. But this is just a disclaimer of saying, okay, this is how you're going to actually be able to play along with this song and just be able to like feel it and go with the music. So once we go to the E, we do the same thing. Really wanna see you. I really wanna repeat that. Then we go to the diminished. Same thing. F sharp, B over F sharp. So this time, right, now it's 3 times, right? And then we go back and repeat it again. Now, the next part, so that's sort of the first half of the song, but then he does something called a modulation where he changes keys and he takes all the same parts, but he moves it up. He goes up 2 frets. So this first part, all of this is in the key of E, but he's actually gonna go to the key of F sharp. So the way he gets there is he comes off this progression, F sharp minor to B over F sharp, right? And then you have this channel, okay? And what you do is you play E, then E7, then C sharp 7, and then you go new key, okay? So what I played there is the E, which is just same as before. To get to the E7, I take off that ring finger and you play open 2, open 1, open, open. Then C sharp 7, which is starting on the 5th string, 4, 3, 4, 2. And I'm doing the same strumming pattern. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and da, 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 E7, 2 bars on each chord. Same thing, keep it going over the C sharp. Then, okay, now from here, so what's going on there is I'm now playing the same progression as before, but I'm up 2 frets. So instead of like E to the F diminished, now we're gonna go F sharp to the G diminished, and then G sharp minor, C sharp over G sharp, which is the same as this, right? And I do have another lesson on my channel. If these chords are too hard, you can try playing it with a capo, and that's like an easier version. So the capo makes it easier. However, you have to learn more chords because, the beautiful thing about knowing bar chords, like if I go, right, and play that, and then if I want to do it in a different key, like I could take that anywhere, right? And I don't have to learn any new grips. So that's how you navigate the rest of the song, as you just move those chords up a whole step like I showed you. Now, if you've struggled to understand, like key changes and chords anywhere on the neck for rhythm and lead, then go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide and get your hands on my free fretboard guide PDF. This is going to help you connect the dots on the neck. It's going to help you learn songs faster, and it's going to help things stick because you'll understand what you're doing and you're not just like trying to memorize everything. You sort of see the underlying patterns. And that's a huge part of progressing your guitar playing. So go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide and grab that now as my gift to you. As always, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you might like this one next.